A jury in the US has ruled against Elon Musk in his lawsuit against OpenAI, finding the artificial intelligence firm not liable to the world's richest person for having allegedly strayed from its original mission to benefit humanity. The trial had been seen as a critical moment for the future of OpenAI and artificial intelligence more generally, both in how it should be used and who should benefit from it. Well, let's get some reaction from a lawyer for OpenAI.
The finding of the jury confirms that what this lawsuit was a hypocritical attempt to sabotage a competitor and to overcome a long history of very bad predictions about what OpenAI has been and will become. It's not a technical decision, it's a substantive one. It says you brought your claims too late and you did it because you were sitting on them to use them as a weapon of a competitor who can't compete in the marketplace.
Well, our LA correspondent has been following all of the latest developments for us. We can cross live to Wassim Cornet now. Wassim, we heard briefly there from one of the lawyers involved in this case. Tell us, what exactly did the jury here decide?
Yeah, well, this was undoubtedly a massive win for OpenAI and its CEO, Sam Altman. You know, several media outlets here in the U.S. have called this a trial between bickering billionaires, and ultimately it was going to come down to which of these billionaires the jury would believe. But ultimately, the 9 men and women of that jury in Northern California never really reached that core philosophical question of whether OpenAI actually strayed from its initial stated goal of benefiting humanity, because it decided Elon Musk simply waited too long to sue. The jurors found that his claims were legally time-barred and that he did not have a case in this. So why is it a massive win for OpenAI? Because if Elon Musk had been, if OpenAI had been found liable, and if this had been a win for Elon Musk, then the consequences for OpenAI could have been catastrophic. You know, Elon Musk was pushing for a restructuring of OpenAI, possibly pushing it back to that non-profit status that started it. It was looking to remove Sam Altman for leadership and potentially unravel some of OpenAI's partnerships with some of its major investors, like, for example, Microsoft. Important to remember that OpenAI is valued at more than $800 billion. It will probably be one of the largest IPOs in tech history in the next few weeks and months. So this really removes a massive cloud hanging over the company. Now, we've also heard from Elon Musk's lawyer. He says this is not the end. So could there be an appeal? Possibly. But this is really just at least an end to one chapter in a bitter feud between the two men. A reminder that during the trial, OpenAI was arguing that Elon Musk was just simply a former disgruntled insider who was now looking to eliminate one of its AI competitors.
And Wassim, to a certain extent, the trial was about the ethics and the ideals of AI itself. Did it give any indication about where the technology might be headed?
Yeah, that was really the bigger question here. You know, there was courtroom drama, quite a bit of it, with Elon Musk, showing up in some of those outbursts, accusing the lawyers of asking him tough questions. But the trial really came down to a debate over who should control artificial intelligence. When OpenAI was founded in 2015, the idea was almost idealistic. Elon Musk, who was a co-investor, Sam Altman, others said they wanted to build a powerful AI safely outside of the control of any single company. As we all know, a lot has changed since then. Artificial intelligence has become one of the most valuable and strategically important industries on Earth. And OpenAI has transformed from a small nonprofit lab to the company that owns ChatGPT and has become a massive tech competitor, competing with other tech giants like Google, Anthropic, and also xAI that belongs to Elon Musk. And so during trial, Musk repeatedly argued that OpenAI had become excessively commercialized. Altman countered that argument, saying that they had been reluctant, to give Musk more power early on because they did not want one man having that much control over artificial intelligence. So this trial did see questions about the ethics and philosophical goals of artificial intelligence back when it was founded and in the present day, but there remain a lot of questions. Who controls AI? Who profits? How transparent do these systems need to be? And what comes first, safety or profits?
Wassim, thanks so much for that. We leave it there for now. That's our LA correspondent, Wassim Cornet.